Welcome into the KneckUp Live Week 5 high school football broadcast. This is the Roundup. We're going to tell you what happened last week and go over what's going on this week as well. I am your host, Rob Will, also known as the Duke of Earl, or formerly known as anything you wanted to call me. We also have with us today Dingo the Wise and Chef Will Robinson. He's over there, right? If I were to reach through there, I could grab his hat. He's right there, Chef Will Robinson from
my main man
Kitchen. So my main man is with us. Just quickly want to talk about the book, the Athlete's Mental Performance Journal. Make sure you go on Amazon, get your copy, but I highly recommend you go on the podcast that we're on now, the KneckUp Live show. Go back a couple episodes and check out Elijah Vogelsong, that episode. If you saw it go past on Facebook, you just saw it, you missed out. You need to go back and actually watch it all the way through. It is a very valuable bit of information there for everyone. It's an amazing story, and what an amazing athlete from a guy from Memphis, Ohio, who is playing baseball at Marshall University now. Led the team in many stat categories last year. So just an amazing story there. So I highly recommend you listen to that. And he's got the book, the Athlete's Mental Performance Journal as well. So, and a lot of those routines and things he talks about in his podcast. So, but let's get to high school football. Will, you want to take us through last week's games, week 4 games? What happened?
Whoa, last week was the doozy. We got some people that got on the winning side of things. We got some people that got back to the winning side of things, and we got some people that went nowhere.
Right.
You like that? Okay.
I like that.
My main man. So Bird got back on the winning side of things with a great win at Northwest, held them to 31-0. Berg looking back to true Berg form. They had a brutal schedule to start the week with, or start the season with, but they are back on the winning side of things. Waverly gets the win at Valley, 27-21. West gets the win at Chillicothe, 18-17 in a nail-biter. Tough loss for Chillicothe. Great win for West, back on the winning side, or to the winning side. Oak Hill, 21, and Minford, 22. Minford gets his first win of the season.
Hey, Will, I got to stop you right there. That game was close, 22-21. Dingo the Wise from Memphis. Do you have any extra information on that game?
I have a little bit I'd like to share with the people. You know,
right.
we get out to a rough start for the season, and same thing started with this game. You know, down early in the game, but it became one of those what I like to call slugfests in the middle of the rings. Two teams
nice.
At it, passed each other away. And defense prevailed, getting the small win, but finally first win over Oak Hill.
Fantastic. All right, back to you, Will.
All right, my main man. Congrats to the Falcons. Falcon1.net, my main man. And Rock Hill gets beat by Fairland, who is 4-0, 29-14. Portsmouth gets back to the winning side of things with a routing of Gallia Academy. Okay, and I got to tell you, Goose egg. And my Trojans look good. They looked the part. The most exciting thing was the first half. The Trojans got the bulk of their points. So the second team got to come in, and a lot of the reserve players got to come in for the second half and get some good, valuable reps. It was a running clock from the whole start of the second half. And congratulations to Portsmouth going to 3-1 on the season and handling their business.
Absolutely.
Jackson and Western Brown, 49-14. Jackson gets the win. Jackson is Jackson, of course. Ironton stays undefeated with the routing of the number 9 team in the state of New York, St. Francis. And they handled them convincingly, 56-19. And I got to tell you, that was a monster performance from the Fighting Tigers.
New York football must be booty if they're ranked number 9. Wow.
Yes, a bouteille in France.
Okay, yes, New York, France.
Green goes down 0, a Goose Egg versus Southern, who had 33. And East gets its first win, my main man,
yes.
28 over Manchester. Notre Dame 12-9 over Laughlin. And Piketon versus Huntington 46-10 in a routing. Let's go.
No doubt. So we had a few conference games this past week, some results there. And Dingo, why don't you take us through the updated standings after week 4? We might have lost Dingo.
Dingo. I see.
Think we lost. He's there. We have lost communication with the Dingo.
My main man. Oh, okay. Falcon1.net. Falcon1.net does not own the rights to that service.
That's right. He's not on Falcon1.net. No way. You're back. You're back. Dingo, you want to take us through the standings for week 4?
Yep. Let me get that in real quick before them bill collectors from Falcon. Starting at the top, remaining undefeated, the best team that around that neck of the woods, we say in Muletown. It's Ironton at 4-0. We got quite a bit of teams here at 3-1. We have Rock Hill staying strong at 3-1. We have Waverly, Portsmouth. Shout out to my guy, any Portsmouth fans in here. Just want to shout that. Yep, there he is. All right,
my main man.
We got Jackson at 3-1, and we also have Piketon at 3-1. Moving to the okay hanging in there section, we got a few teams here sitting at 2-2. We got Northwest, we have Notre Dame, and we have the Great West sitting at 2-2. Moving on down the chain, we have 1-3 Green, Oak Hill sitting at 1-3. I think they deserved that result last week, but that's just me. No favoritism.
Yeah.
None whatsoever.
Yep. Coming into the winning category as well with 1 win, also the Wheelersburg Pirates. Shout out to the guy.
Shout out to the Pirates.
Monkey off the back.
We also got East at 1-3 and Minford at 1-3. Finally, that's what we needed. And last but not least.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Not least?
Oh, actually, least. You're correct. Least.
They are least.
Yes, 4 is the Great Valley. Sitting in the valley, I'll tell you that.
Yes.
Sitting on the dock of the bay.
0-4. It's lonely down there, baby. It's lonely down there. And one team that we don't, add to our list, which I think we might need to add to our list, is that 4-0 Fairland team, who actually is sitting on top of Ironton in the Region 19 playoff standings.
Wow.
So Fairland ranked number 1, Ironton ranked number 2 in those standings. Now, some of that has to do with Ironton's opponents. The New York team has only played 2 games, so they don't have as many secondary level points. But Fairland is going to be a force to be reckoned with, and I see them staying at the top until, in a couple of weeks, they're going to play Portsmouth. That's going to be a big game. And then a couple of weeks after that, they play Ironton. And obviously things are probably going to change that week. But Fairland, I think I'm going to add them to our list next week. So they're
and Portsmouth did get the shock against Fairland in the playoffs last year.
Right. And
they brought back about the same squads, both teams.
Fairland, I believe, plays Gallia Academy this week, so we can just call them 5-0, right?
Yes.
Right on. So let's go into week 5 games. Minford will be hosting Northwest in an SOC2 game. Oak Hill will be at South Gallia. Wheelersburg at 1-3 will be hosting Valley in another SOC2 game. Valley hopes to get out of that goose egg column, but it's going to be tough at the Ed Miller Stadium. I don't see it happening, but good luck. Ironton takes on Bishop Hartley. This is probably the game of the week. It's Ironton is hosting it. Bishop Hartley is 3-1. It's probably for the regular season the toughest game on Ironton's schedule. I mean, they played the New York team I don't see them being better than Hartley. Hartley is a year in and year out tough opponent, and being at 3-1 right now, I'd say they're ready. Now they do have to travel to Ironton. We know how that goes, and Ironton's really good, so anything can happen there. We've got Waverly at West, so another SOC2 matchup there. That's a big one. And then Jackson at Ross, and that's Butler County Rams, Ross. And then we've got Rock Hill versus South Point. We've got Portsmouth at Colegrove. Will, that's a big game coming up this week. Both teams 3-1. So
yes.
that is what is that, an OVC game?
Yeah, that's an old OVC game, and it's going to have great implications, great points at stake for both teams.
Absolutely. Will make a difference in that regional alignment when the teams are seeded. You know, one of those teams may end up with a home game with a win in this game.
Yep.
So Green is taking on Fairview. That's Fairview out of Ashland, Kentucky. Notre Dame's taking on Shadyside. That game is at Shadyside this week. East is hosting Eastern, so the battle of the Easts, the East and Eastern. Eastern is 4-0. East is 1-3. It's going to be a tough game for East, but I believe in the Tartans. Piketon travels to Zane Trace. Zane Trace 1-3 this year, so that could be a little tight matchup there with Piketon. Piketon would look to get in a winning record there if they can get a win. And then Fairland at Gallia Academy, like I mentioned, that's going to put Fairland at 5-0 for certain, and will keep them atop the list for Region 19, unless Ironton beats Bishop Hartley. Ironton beats Bishop Hartley, that's going to give them a lot of second-level points and could elevate them above Fairland. So we'll just wait and see on that. We won't make predictions. We'll just wait and see how those things turn out. So, guys, remember to go to checkupneckup.com. And you can go there, click on the link to buy the book on Amazon. It's not expensive. You can go on there. You can make yourself better for game day. You can make yourself better in every day in life. It helps you prepare for mornings, for evenings. It just helps you be ready for everything coming and anything that can be coming. So I highly advise and recommend the book. It's available on Amazon. Will, how was your day today?
My day was good, man. I slang out multiple chicken pot pies to worthy people that have enjoyed the Wednesday dinner calls. So Wednesday dinners are doing very good. Next week is Salisbury steak. Call Keeney's Kitchen if you want some.
So that's all you got to do. You got to call Keeney's Kitchen.
Call Keeney's Kitchen or log on to the post. Follow Will Robinson on Facebook and then log in. I post them every Sunday. And you can just simply leave a message on the post or call Keeney's Kitchen during our open hours.
Right on. Dingo, what's your plans for the weekend? You going to any football games? Checking anything out?
I'm going to put on my famous OSU gear. You know, we had our bye week last week. Didn't get to enjoy football like I wanted to, but back this week, and I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
I am too. So I'm fired up. I hate those bye weeks for college football. They make for awful Saturdays. You got to scramble to find some things to do. You end up like trimming the bushes and cutting grass when it doesn't need cut, things like that. But
the infamous OSU bye weeks early in the game.
That's right.
That's
right. But I think we're all Bucks fans here. So go Bucks.
Go Bucks.
All the way through. And peace out. Till next time.
Peace.
Peace.